In Tech Matters, the Technology Transformation Service. This week, the General Services Administration announced their third service line. They already had a public building service focused on real estate, as well as a federal acquisition service focused on, you guessed it, acquisitions. Number 3 will focus on tech. Joining me with the latest is Dan Verton, executive editor at MeriTalk. Dan, this is a major reorganization for GSA. What elements will fall under this new tech service?
Yes, the new tech service, Morris, will include the Office of Citizen Services and Innovative Technologies, the Presidential Innovation Fellows Program, and an organization called 18F, which is basically GSA's digital services IT consulting arm.
Now, the new tech service is designed to improve cross-agency collaboration. Here's how GSA puts it. Creating a dedicated service to meet this need will enable GSA to help partner agencies better build, buy, and share technology, and thereby improve the public's experience with government. What about the private sector, Dan? Will the new tech service improve their experience with government?
Well, from everything I'm hearing, Morris, the private sector is not happy at all with this plan. The private sector has always viewed 18F, which will basically be the centerpiece of this new organization, as a competitor to the private sector. They are providing government-backed consulting services and technology development services to other government agencies that the government could get commercially.
Now, we've been talking the fact that you're tracking concerns about 18F. GSA's Inspector General is reviewing their financial management practices, and so is the GAO. Tell me more about that.
Right. The Inspector General at the GSA is actually looking into $250,000 in seed money that was apparently provided to 18F, and they didn't have the appropriate interagency agreements in place. But making matters worse, the Government Accountability Office right now is in the middle of an audit of the entire government's digital services to include 18F, and everything that I'm hearing, including folks who are very close to this audit, are going to say that when it comes out in June, it's not going to paint a very pretty picture of what's happening.
All right, so put all of this into context for us, Dan. Government takes a lot of heat for being stodgy and overly bureaucratic. Meanwhile, GSA wants to be on the front lines of federal innovation. Well, have they found the right balance here?
From everything that I'm hearing from both private sector and public sector officials, this is really not the way to go. And in fact, I'm being told that this is really about insulating 18F, which is GSA's baby at the moment, from the presidential transition. They're afraid that when the new administration takes over, whether it's Democratic or Republican, that 18F would not survive that transition, and creating this new service would actually insulate them. And in addition, there's also a $3.1 billion White House revolving fund for IT modernization that I'm told GSA is hoping to be able to manage and oversee that. But basically, the senior administration officials are saying outright that there's no way that they would allow that all that money, that $3.1 billion, to be put under GSA or 18F control.
Dan Verton, executive editor at MeriTalk. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Morris.